Hi everyone, welcome to the Indus Valley Civilization course, where we dive into one of the world's earliest and most sophisticated urban civilizations. The Indus Valley Civilization is also known as the Harappan civilization, flourished around 2500 BCE along the fertile plains of Indus River, covering parts of present day India and Pakistan. Renowned for its advanced urban planning, impressive architecture, intricate drainage system, and distinctive script, this civilization represents a remarkable chapter in the human history. So, in this course, you will explore the geographic and the environmental factors that shaped the Harappan society. Learn about the well organized cities like Harappa, Mohenjodaro. We will also understand the economic, social, and the religious practices of the Indus Valley people. We will also throw light on discover the unique art, trade networks, technological achievements of this ancient culture, and also examine the theories surrounding the civilization's mysterious decline. Whether you are a student or a history enthusiast or a lifelong learner, this course offers you valuable insights into the early foundations of urban life, human civilization, and join us on this fantastic journey into the past and uncover the legacy of the Indus Valley civilization. Once again, I welcome you all and I appreciate all of you for taking up this course. Stay tuned. We'll catch you in the next section. Welcome to the first section of the Indus Valley civilization. Yes, are you all excited? Yes, I am super excited to make you travel through the journey of the Indus Valley civilization. Let us first look at the background part. See the background here? Indus Valley flourished. Which period? 2500 BCE. So 2500 BCE in the western part of South Asia, where major part lies in the present day Pakistan and western India. Indus Valley civilization was one of the four largest ancient urban civilizations. Yes, you heard it right. It is an urban civilization. So during that time, we had ancient urban civilizations. So, namely, Egypt, Mesopotamia, India, and China. Then, how did we discover? Because it's somewhere very long back, 2500 BCE, this existed. So, how the discovery of the Indus Valley civilization happened? The Indus Valley civilization discovery happened by the Archaeological Department of India, which is carrying out excavations of the Indus Valley civilization in the year 1920s ADE, in which the ruins of the two oldest Indus Valley civilization cities are found. What are the cities' names? Mohenjodaro and Harappa. These two were unearthed. Now let me show you their location on the map. You can see here Mohenjodaro and Harappa. These two sites are the regions where the discovery comes from. So the discovery brings us to light in this region, where the region was there, and from here. These two are the cities which were first unearthed. After the discovery of Harappa by Dayaram Sahni in 1921, Sir John Marshall, the Director General of the Archaeological Survey of India, announced that an urban civilization existed in the Indus Valley region around 2500 BCE. So it was by the discovery of these two cities we came to know about the Indus Valley civilization. What was the background? We learned when it was there. Why the Indus Valley civilization is important for us. The Indus Valley civilization is important because it is one of the four largest ancient urban civilizations. One of the ancient civilizations, to be put it in precise, and it was discovered very recently, around a century ago from now. They have discovered it, and Sir John Marshall, the then Director General of ASI, Archaeological Survey of India, has clearly announced that there existed an urban civilization, not a rural civilization. That is the catch here. Stay tuned. We'll catch you in the next section. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to this section on Indus Valley Civilization, geographical extent. Now, geographically, the Indus Valley Civilization covered the parts of Punjab, Sindh region, Baluchistan, Rajasthan, Gujarat, and the western Uttar Pradesh. It extended from Suktajandor in the Baluchistan, this region, Suktajandor region in the west, to Alamgir in the east. From the west till east in the western Uttar Pradesh, we have Alamgirpur. Till there it existed. And from Mandu, the Mandu region in Jammu and Kashmir, till Daimabad, the Daimabad region in Maharashtra. So, till Maharashtra, it existed here in the Daimabad region. So, it extended in a very vast region. That is the meaning. The description here shows that it extended beyond the present day countries. It was in India, it was in Pakistan, it was in Baluchistan. So, it covered many regions. Some Indus Valley sites have been also found as far away as Afghanistan and Turkmenistan. Afghanistan and Turkmenistan also, we had some of the sites which are found here. So some of the prominent cities which belong to the Indus Valley civilization in both Pakistan and India are like Harappa, Mohenjodaro, Amri, Kalibangan, Lothal, Surktada, Banavali, Chanhudaro, and Dolavira. These are some of the prominent cities of Harappan civilization, both India and Pakistan. That's all for now. We'll meet you all soon in the coming session. Welcome to this section on the various phases of Indus Valley civilization. We have majorly three phases. First phase, you can see here the early phase from 3300 BCE to 2600 BCE. This is the early phase of the Indus Valley Civilization. So we can see here in this phase, they can also be related to Hakra phase, which is located in the Gagar Hakra River Valley region. So majorly they are present in this locality. So we are also calling this as Hakra phase or the first phase or the early phase. The earliest examples of Indus script, Indus Valley script dating back to 3000 BCE belong to this phase only. So we have the scripts which are being dated so old. That's why we are dating it as 3000 BCE. So we presume that presumably this phase might be characterized by centralized authority and an increasingly urban form of life. Now, here we don't have the exact evidences. There may be differences on this, but presumingly, we are assuming that central authority figure was there. There was increasing an urban form of way of life that they lived. There existed trade network in the early Harappan sites, and moreover, we also have the evidences of cultivation of crops like pias, sesame seeds, and dates. These cultivations are also done during this period. For this, we have evidences. What way of life they led? Assumingly, they led an urban form of life. That's what we are assuming, and also thinking that there is a central figure that existed. But we have evidences about the trade network. We have evidences about the agriculture that is being practiced. Some example of crops also we have. Now moving to the second phase, the mature phase. The mature phase starts from 2600 BCE to 1900 BCE. During this period, during the second phase period, it begins from 2600 BCE. The early Indus Valley communities like Harappa, Mohenjodaro in Pakistan, and Lothal in India began turning into large urban centers. So now they started to emerge as large cities or large urban centers. What are they? Harappa, Mohenjodaro, and Lothal. Harappa and Mohenjodaro are in present day Pakistan. Lothal is in India. The sites of Kot Diji, located in the Sindh district of Pakistan, represents the transition from early Harappan phase to late Harappan phase. So this particular site, which is located in Sindh district of Pakistan, gives us the details how the transition happened from the early Harappan to the late Harappan civilization. Now let us move to the third phase of the Indus Valley civilization. The late Harappan civilization, as you can see, it existed from 1900 to 1300 BCE. So Indus Valley civilization started showing the signs of gradual decline from 1800 BCE and by 1700 BCE, because most of the cities got abandoned. Most of the cities got abandoned during that period. Why? Why they got abandoned? That is the reason, right? Why this one is happening? Why? Why they are getting abandoned? The reason is like external wars, floods, drought, chemical reactions that happened during that period, or sudden decline of the Indus Valley civilization. These are few of the reasons which are given why the Indus Valley civilization started to gradually decline over a period of time. The reason is it could be external war, it could be flooding, it could be drought, it could be chemical reactions or global warming. Any reason, we will anyway discuss all the details in detail in the later part of the sections. However, various elements are characterized that ancient Indus Valley civilization continued to be present in the later cultures as well. Certain practices became part of the present day cultures also. Moreover, the contemporary archaeological data indicates the continuance of late Harappan culture till 900 BCE. So there are some evidences which prove that the Harappan civilization existed till 900 BCE. So let's explore all those details in the coming session. Stay tuned. We'll catch you all soon in the next session. Welcome to this section on the features of the Indus Valley civilization. The features of the Indus Valley civilization was urban in nature, as we are being discussing that it is urban in nature, and was divided into three sections. The population was divided into three sections: an elite class living in the citadel region on the western part of the town. Second, we have the middle class inhabitants or the rich merchants. And the third is relatively the weaker section, the labor living in the lower town. So this brings us to one point. It is urban in nature, urban culture. There are three types of sections which lived. One, the elite. Second, the rich merchants. Third, the weaker sections. Now, where did these people live? The elite lived on the regions which are close to the citadel, which is on the western part of the city, west. Then the rich merchants or the middle class people did not live near the citadel. So only for the elite, the citadel is the region. Remaining all, especially the weaker sections, lived in the lower towns. So we come to know that the society was divided and it has division of labor in it, and it was diversified and stratified. It was divided, diversified, different sections of people are there, different artisan groups are there. You can see the people belonging to scholars, artisans, traders, warriors, and the businessmen community. There are different communities, different groups in the society. The elite lived in the citadel region, which is a higher elevated region when compared to the other regions. Now, the society has been matriarchal in nature, as large number of terracotta figures, which are fire baked earthen clay, show us the female figurines having been found at various sites, which represents the worship of the great mother goddess. So we consider that in the Indus Valley civilization, mostly it is matriarchal society. Matriarchal society means the female member of the family will be as the head of the family. This society is called matriarchal society. What about the male member being the head of the family? If the male member is the head of the family, that is known as matriarchal family. Sorry, patriarchal family. Matriarchal means mother is the head of the family. Why did we come to this kind of opinion? What made us to come to this kind of opinion? there are a large number. See here, a large number means very huge number of terracotta figures which are made with the female figurines. So they are coming to a conclusion that they might have worshipped mother goddess, the great mother goddess, and there might be matriarchal society during that period, or nature where mother is the head of the family, or like female figure is the head of the family. Now, coming to the dressing style of both men and women of the Indus Valley civilization, it indicated in the terracotta and stone sculptures. So, how did we come to know in the present day about the dressing style, the way they dressed? Looking at the terracotta figures which are present there, we came to know men mostly shown wearing a dress wrapped around the lower half of the body with one end worn over the left shoulder under the right arm. So, one shoulder they used to cover and one shoulder was open. Like that, they used to open and they used to worn over the left shoulder. So, the left hand shoulder they used to worn and under the arms of the right hand. So, the right shoulder is always kept open. And coming to the garments in the Indus Valley civilization, with what material they were made? So they were made with the materials like cotton, silk, wool. Like this they used to make. So they used to use cotton, they used to use silk, they used to use wool also. There was also woven cloth, means the handmade cloth that is used by the inhabitants, well acquainted with spinning and weaving knowledge. So, how the men used to wear the clothes is described here. So, we learned about the society, how the divisions of the society was there, what are the different groups of people that are living here, the dressing style of men and women. By studying the terracotta and stone sculptures, we are able to know about the materials that are found and also the presence of woven cloth. We'll meet you all soon in the next section. Stay tuned. Hello, everyone. Welcome to this section on the techno-cultural aspects of the Indus Valley civilization. Its inhabitants mainly used copper, bronze, and were unaware of the use of iron. So the Indus Valley people are aware about copper, they know copper, and they know bronze. They don't know about iron. They are not aware of iron. They don't know about iron. The Harappans obtained copper and the Khetri copper mines. So from where they used to get the copper? From the copper mines which are located in Rajasthan, in Khetri copper mines. Tin was possibly found or bought from Afghanistan. So they used to get the material from Afghanistan. Harappans were generally peace-loving society and had not many arms or weapons in their kitty. So they never wanted to have wars. They're basically peace-loving society. So how did we come to know? How do we say that they are a peace-loving community or a group? We are saying this because they don't have much of the weaponry with them. And several objects on the textile impressions also have been discovered. There are certain objects that are discovered on the textile impressions. On the textile, there are certain objects which are being discovered, and they are able to observe that also. Huge brick structures are found in various sites, indicating that the existence of a class of masons were there, and that brick laying was an important craft. Now, looking at the various sites and the huge brick structures that existed during that period, they are drawing to the conclusion that a very skilled section or a class of masons were living and working in these huge constructions. So, the Indus Valley civilization inhabitants practiced boat making, bead making, and even seal making. So they have the craft work like the boat making, beads with the chain, and also the seal making. So now the bead making shops have been excavated from Mohenjodaro and Lothal regions. They're able to find the shops where this bead making is done from Chandaru and Lothal regions. So the seals are mainly found here made up of steatite, which is a kind of soft stone. So they used to make with a soft stone called steatite, and some of the seals which are made with gold, ivory, chert, agate, etc. So different kinds of metals are been used during that period. Steatite stone was used, gold was used, ivory was used, chert was used, agate was used. So many were they were using, and they are doing the trade with them. So few of the jewelry you can find them on the screen here. The jewelry which is found from the time of Indus Valley civilization. Now, when we say there is gold that is available, that brings down to the presence of the goldsmith. Goldsmith was there. He was making jewelry with gold and silver and other precious stones. So there are different kinds of artists and skilled people. The ornaments like necklaces, bracelets, pendants, brooches have been excavated in these sites. So how did we come to know that these areas have the goldsmiths who are making necklaces and all these shapes? These evidences which are excavated reveal us that these people have existed during that period. Now, they are not only good at making the ornaments, they are also very good at making the pottery. So extensively they used pottery, in which most characteristic one was both glossy and shiny. The pottery was glossy and shiny, as you can observe in the picture here. They are glossy finish and the shiny nature. So the redware pottery was painted with black designs and was popular. And these items are like jars, plates, bowls, pots, and different sizes were made from pottery so that people can use them for different purposes. Now, moving to the other technical advancements, what they had, the people were also aware of bronze mirrors, ivory combs, antimony rods, that hair dyes, they were not hair dyes. These antimony rods, but not hair dyes, and a large number of terracotta figurines, as you can see on the screen here. These terracotta figurines, toys of carts, bulls, elephants, monkeys, chariots, and the whistles existed during that period. Now, when the discovery happened, not only this, they were also able to discover the dancing girl sculpture from Mohenjodaro and a steatite beard man, which we are going to show you in the next slide, from Mohenjodaro, which are the finest examples of Indus Valley civilization's cultural fineness. And the steatite beard man was embroidered with a clock over his left shoulder, and his eyes are half closed, indicating a posture of a meditation what he was doing at that point of time. So you can see here, this is what we are talking, the steatite beard man. We are talking about the steatite beard man and the bronze dancing girl. These two sculptures are found, and these show us how finely they used to make their art forms. Stay tuned. We'll catch you in the next section. Welcome to this section, the political aspects of the Indus Valley Civilization. The evidences of the political organizations is not found, and hence it cannot be concluded that what kind of political organization was followed in the Indus Valley civilization. As we lack the evidences, we can't find the evidences of any political organization that was existing. So we don't know what kind of political system did the Indus Valley civilized people follow the time. Some archaeologists believe that Harappan society had no rulers and everybody enjoyed equal status. This is a belief. This is an interpretation by some of the archaeologists saying that they had no rulers and everyone had equal status to enjoy. Another theory brings out that there was no single ruler existing, but there were number of rulers representing each of the urban center. There are many centers, so they are having different rulers for different regions. However, the uniformity in tools, weapons, bricks, seals, and the urban style of construction indicates the presence of a centralized political authority, because all the tools are in a uniform way, all the weapons are made in one way, all the bricks are made in one style, all the seals and the urban style of construction are pointing out towards a centralized administration, which is differing from what was there or what we are lacking with the evidences. There is a centralized political authority. A class of merchants could have ruled. These all are the probability theories. Could have ruled the Indus Valley civilization, unlike in Egypt or in the Mesopotamia, where they were ruled by the priestly class, and there is absence of temples in Indus Valley civilization sites. So there could not be a possibility of a priestly class in existence because there are no temples at that time in these sites. And there could be a class of merchants who were running the administration. Also, proper layout of streets, presence of large scale draining system, a proper drainage system, monumental citadels are indicating the presence of a strong central government. Yes, we have the evidences of a citadel. We found the ruins of the drainage system. We found the layouts of the streets. But are these evidence sufficient to draw a conclusion that there existed a centralized administrative system? No conclusive evidences is there. You cannot conclude just by basing on few sites which are found or few constructive evidences which are found. That cannot make us to draw a conclusion on the political setup of the Indus Valley civilization. So we don't know whether there existed a centralized system or a multiple or a section of people ruling it, or a priestly class because there is an absence of temple. There are so many questions yet to be answered, yet to be unearthed from the Indus Valley civilization. Stay tuned. We'll catch you in the next section. Hello, everyone. Welcome to this section on the economic aspects of the civilization. The trade helped very important place. So they had a very important place for trade in the lives of the Indus Valley Civilization people, which witnessed by the presence of numerous seals, uniform scripts, and regulated weights and measures. So we are very clear with the point that trade held a very important place in Indus Valley civilization. How? Because there are witnesses by the presence of numerous seals, large number of seals, uniform script, and regulated weights and measures. We shall discuss each aspect of the Indus Valley civilization now. Let us begin with agriculture. As you all know, agriculture is a science of cultivation of the land. So, agriculture flourished in the Indus Valley civilization due to timely rains and fertile land. These are the two important criteria we need in order to do cultivation. One is we need regular supply of water. Second one, a fertile land. As these two are available, they were able to do cultivation in the Indus Valley civilization. Now, the Indus Valley civilization people have sown many crops like rice, wheat, cotton, barley, dates, melon, pea, lentils, mustard, linseed, sesamum, ragi, bajra, jowar, etc. So variety of crops were grown. Most of the crops were rain-fed crops, predominant as irrigation was based upon the rainwater. So mostly these all are rain-fed crops or rain-based crops. Now moving to Harappa, three main varieties of wheat and barley are sown here. So we have three varieties of wheat, barley that were sown in this region. And the wooden plough found in the Kalibangan region of Rajasthan, present day, the granaries of Mohenjodaro in Pakistan, the evidences of the barley that is found in Banavali in Rajasthan all indicate the presence of agriculture. So now we are showing you all the evidences that make us to draw the conclusion that we are able to find that there existed agriculture in the Indus Valley people civilization time. The Indus people were the earliest people to produce cotton, and they used bulls and oxen for plowing the land. Traces of canals are found in the Harappan sites of Shatugai in Afghanistan, but not in Punjab or Sindh region. They are able to find it in Afghanistan, the traces of the canals, but not in Punjab or in the Sindh region. With all these evidences, we can come to know that there are variety of crops that are grown, variety of crops. They have the knowledge of cotton. Mostly all these crops are rain-fed. The rain-fed crops, they have different varieties are there. And the sites are Mohenjodaro, Banavali, and we also know that bulls, the bulls and oxen are used for plowing. We can also find the canal traces in the Shotgai in Afghanistan, present day, but not in the present day Punjab or the Sindh region. Stay tuned. We'll catch you soon in the next section on the trade and foreign links. Harappans carried a substantial trade in the form of stone, metals, and shells. So they used to carry trade by bringing and selling stones, metals, and shells. Trade in Indus Valley was both inter-regional and intra-regional. Within the territory, they had the trade that is called intra-regional. Between regions, they had trade that is inter-regional. So there existed both types of the trade. Metal money was not used at that point of time. Instead, trade was carried by barter system. So there used to be exchange of commodities. As we all are aware that barter system means barter system is nothing but exchange of goods. Exchange of goods. So they used to have this barter system. There was no currency, there was no coins, there were no exchange of the metals. So they also practiced navigation on the coast, especially via the Arabian Sea, and had set up trading colony in northern Afghanistan, which helped them to trade with Central Asia. So they traded via the Arabian Sea towards the west, and they went towards the Afghanistan and then towards the Central Asian region. They also had good economic relations with the regions of Tigris, the regions of Euphrates, which Mesopotamian and the Persian civilizations existed. So if there were people living during that period, they also had good relations with the people, those who are living in the regions of the rivers that are flown like Tigris region and the Euphrates river, where these civilizations flourished. The Mesopotamian civilization and the Persian civilizations flourished. There were evidences of the Mesopotamian records which indicate that the trade existed between Meluha, an ancient name given to Indus region. So Indus region is also known as Meluha region, which is recorded by the Mesopotamians. And they had trading ports called Dilmun and Makkan. The trading port names that existed during that period are Dilmun and Makkan. Mesopotamians imported copper, ivory, pearls, ebony from the Meluha region, that is our Indus Valley region. And they exported garments, perfume, leather products, and silver to the Indus Valley people. So there existed good amount of trade relations between the Indus Valley people and the Mesopotamian civilization people. The Indus Valley people were known as the Meluha region. Please note down the Meluha part, because if they say Meluha, what is that we might think? That is another name. And there was trade between the cities of Indus or between the regions of Indus, and from Indus to other civilizations also there was a trade relation that was existing. And this also proves by the Mesopotamian records which were in existence during that period of time. Now, looking at the long distance trade what they existed during that period, they had lapis lazuli, which is a blue colored stone, which was contributing for the social prestige of the ruling class, where even in the Mesopotamian civilization, when we are learning, we learn about this particular stone, the lapis lazuli, that is a blue color stone. It is not dark blue. It's a kind of mixture of blue shade with a sky blue color. So it will be like a bright diamond, what we can say. So the inland transport primarily employed bullock carts. So they used to use bullock carts for the transport, possibly jade from Central Asia, turquoise from Iran, amethyst from current Maharashtra, and lapis lazuli came from Afghanistan. These all are the different parts from where the trading happened. The carts and the chariots were made for transport, and through sea also they had trade we established. So for that they used the big boats, and they used for expanding their trade, doing the overseas trade. Now, how do we know all these things? We are having evidences of the Mesopotamian records what were existing, and the most important thing is the seals that are found during that period. That is the seal of the greatest artistic creation of the Indus Valley civilizations. Sir, do we not use the same word seal for the Mesopotamians? No, we use the word tablets for them. The mud tablets, written tablets, we use the word tablets for them. This is for the Mesopotamians, and for the Indus Valley civilization, we use the seals. 2000 seals give us the details that were discovered and carry a short inscription of one-horned rhino bull. You can see here, one-horned rhino bull. Here also. This also. And then buffalo here, tiger, rhinoceros, goat, elephant. Like horse is not there in these pictures. And in Mohenjodaro, we find 3 cylindrical seals of the Mesopotamian type that have been found here. So that shows that people traveled here or they have come here. The trade relations have existed during that period. So that aspect also can be found or figured out using the seals. Coming to weights and measures. The weights and measures, the people use standard weights and measures for trade and other transactions. So they had numerous articles used for weights and measures, weighing 16 or multiples used for it. So they had a configuration of 16 or the multiples of 16. And the ivory scale which is found in Lothal and the shells for measuring angles at Saurashtra have been found. You can see the different stones of weights which are present here, even the smallest one, then the largest one. The sizes keep growing. So you can see the people used weights and measures the way back during that period. So the trade and the transactions flourished during that period. Numerous articles were used for weights and have been found showing that in weighing mostly 16 or its multiples. So that is a standard weight they have used, and the measures they calculated. It's clearly visible here basing on the size of the stones. Now, next topic, animal husbandry. The taking care of the animals or domestication of the animals like humped bulls, buffaloes, pigs, elephants, donkey, goats, and sheep are found. Evidences of horses have been found at Suraktada, which is otherwise absent from the Indus Valley civilization. So we don't find horses much. We came to know that there are weights and measures. Standard weights and measures on the weights and measures are in the multiples of 16. Next one is, we know the elephants like bull, buffalo, pig, elephant, donkey, goat, sheep. But horses were not found. Only in the Surkotada, the region in Surkotada only you find the horses. Otherwise, they were absent from the Indus Valley civilization. Many more interesting things to come. Stay tuned. We'll catch you. Welcome to this section on the religious aspects of the civilization. The unicorn is the most prominent religious figure in Indus Valley civilization. a bull with a single horn, one horn. So unicorn figures have been different names like Pashupati, Proto Shiva, Seven Mothers, Sapta Matrika, compound creatures. So these figurines are now largely inculcated into Hindu religion also. We have Shiva in Hindu religion also. We have this Pashupati concept, or we also have the mother goddess concept in Hinduism as well today. So we can look at the female figures, how they were made during that figurine time, and we can also clearly understand that there are existing the concepts of religious things that were existing during that period in this form, and these are some of the evidences that we have. Now the dominance of the terracotta mother goddess can be seen here clearly, and mainly matriarchal society in nature, as we discussed this one earlier. And the Harappans looked upon earth as a fertility goddess because it makes things to grow. They worshipped her similarly as Egyptians worshipped the Nile goddess Isis. So there is a similarity between the Egyptian civilization people worshipping the Nile goddess as the fertility goddess. Similarly, the Indus Valley people worshipped the earth, mother earth, they used to feel, because it is the one which allows us things to grow, especially agriculture and all they were practicing. So they used to worship it as fertility goddess. And you can see here the proto Shiva or the Pashupati appearing to be the only male deity as depicted in the Indus Valley seals. You don't find any other male deity anywhere in the Indus Valley civilizations. Only image or picture or figure you get is Pashupati. And moving ahead, Pashupati figurine, if you see, observe carefully here, there are different animals around it. So wild animals like elephants, tiger, buffalo, rhinoceros, means this shows that they had the knowledge about these particular animals, or they were using them in their day-to-day lives. Pashupati figurine wears a number of bangles and a headdress. The headdress is there. And there is also an inscription of 7 letters on the top. There are 7 letters which are there on the top. You can see here. Sapta Matrika we can call, or what, that all were written here. And the inhabitants also believed in worshipping the stones in the form of lingas or pallus, and yoni, the fertility, and evident in the terracotta figurine found in the Kalibangan region. So they used to worship linga, the linga form. The linga form used to be like this, the Shivalinga, where used to be have a circle here, and the Shivalinga, and we also have the yoni form where the worship is happened because the fertility yoni goddess. And then even now also we have temples of yoni goddess in India. Then Kamakya Devi. Similarly, Indus Valley people also practiced yoga, both physical exercises as well as performing religious rites. As they performed the religious rituals also, they used to perform certain yogic postures. Now you can see here the great bath, the wonderful construction which was excavated at Mohenjodaro. In all, elites undertook religious baths on special occasions or sacred days. We can also see the evidences such as tree worship is evident. People tree has been depicted in many seals. We can also see the snake worship and snake charmers also there. Amulets are found in large numbers, but there are no evidences of temples or sophisticated caste system that has been found in the Indus Valley civilization. So we have the mother goddess, we have Pasupati, they worshipped lingas, they worshipped yonis, they worshipped snakes, they worshipped the people tree. Like this, we have so many evidences, but we don't have any evidences of temples that existed in the Indus Valley civilization. And that also brings us to the point, means that there is no caste system existed in what is existing right now was not present during that time, because there were no temples, because temples are the one of the base criteria for the one of the caste in the caste system. We'll catch you soon in the next section. Hello class, welcome to this section. In this section, we are going to learn about the burial practices of the civilization. Let us learn about the burial practices of the civilization. There are three forms of burials that existed. We came to know when they were found in the Mohenjodaro region. Complete burials, the whole body is being buried. Fractional burial, which means a collection of some bones are buried and expose the body to the wild beast and birds. This is second type of burial. And moving to the third type of burial, we had post cremation burial. After doing the cremation, they bury the ashes. So dead bodies were placed north-south direction. Food, pottery and other items were also put in the grave along with the body. Do you remember anything? Egyptian mummies, yes. We had some similarity here, definitely. So dead bodies were placed from north to south. So the head is at the north towards the south. So food, pottery, other items were placed in the graves. Coffins containing bodies have been found in Harappa. So there were coffins that are being made. Small circular pits containing large urns, pottery have also been found in Kalibangans. So they are being found in the Kalibangan. Then a triangular terracotta cake has been discovered which has a one-horned deity on one side and an animal on the other side, and they had an indication of animal sacrifice, which is an indication of an animal sacrifice, because they found it in a triangular form. So this triangular terracotta cake is shown that on one side there is an animal and an animal on the other side. So one animal is here, one animal is here, and you find the one-horned deity on one side. So these three sides we find here. And even in Lothal, you find a pair of male and female skeletons that have been discovered together. The male and female skeletons being discovered together, and Suraktada and Dolavira are two sites where the burial practices resembles the megalith practices. So there are three types of practices in the burials. One, complete, the whole body. Second one, partial or fractional. Half is left open for the beast and all. Third one, post. Once you burn the cremation, once you do the cremation, the ash is collected and that is buried. The dead bodies were placed along with the food, pottery and other items. Yes, here we find some similarity in the Egyptian civilization and our civilization. Coffins are found which are containing the bodies in Harappa. We can also find some triangular pit terracotta cake which shows that there are animal sacrifices, and there are also circular pits. In a circular pit, there are wounds where the pottery has been found at Kalibangan, and also we find a pair of male and female skeletons together in Lothal. So like this you find the megalith practices found in the Suraktada and Dolavira sites. Stay tuned. We'll catch you in the next section. Welcome to this section on Indus Valley Civilization, scientific and technological advancements. The scientific and the technological advancements, they will be called the womb of mathematics, because from where both the concepts of numbers and the numerical system originated. Indus Valley system or Indus Valley civilization is called as the womb, the starting point of mathematics. The Harappan numerical system is based on decimal based and additive multiplicative in usage. There is addition and multiplication in usage during that period. The numerical system was first used by Harappans, later found in other ancient civilizations. That's why it is called as the womb of the mathematics, the Indus Valley civilization. The Indus Valley civilization inhabitants constructed the world's first tidal port called Lothal. You can see here the tidal port Lothal, which indicated they had a high degree of knowledge relating to the ebb and flow of the tides. So about the flow of the tides, they had good understanding about the ebb and flow of the tides. These people are also well versed with medical sciences. They used many herbs and drugs to treat the diseases, and they also practiced teprination. Teprination is a process what they practiced during that period to treat migraine and other mental disorders. If you have any psychological issues also, they used to use the method called teprination to treat the migraine and also other mental disorders. They also had lot of herbs and drugs. They had the knowledge of maths. They had the knowledge of the decimal system. They know about addition. They know about multiplication. They are aware about the numerical system in the very beginning. They are able to construct the world's first tidal port because they have the knowledge of the tides up and flow knowledge, speed knowledge, and they had the knowledge of medical sciences and different treatments. Stay tuned. We'll catch you in the next section. Hello class. Today we are going to learn about the language and the script of the Indus Valley civilization. You can see we don't have a great deal of knowledge about the Harappan languages and scripts. They haven't been deciphered yet, which means they were not been able to be understood till now. We are not able to understand the language that was written. Dating back to 580 BC, it resembles the Indus Valley script. These are the symbols that are being available for us, but we are not able to understand this one. And the style of the Harappan script was that of Boustrophedan, which is written from right to left. They're writing from right to left. So this system is called Boustrophedan. So from left they will write, from right they will write towards the left. So this side towards this side, the right, this is right, from here towards the left, right to left. That is called Boustrophedan. The language was mainly pictographic and was engraved on seals, bones, ivory, etc. It was engraved on seals, it was engraved on bones, it was engraved on ivory. Harappan scripts virtually disappeared by 1700 BCE, which indicates a clear indication that Indus Valley script did not percolate downwards. It did not get passed on to the next generations. However, the archaeologists have increasingly been finding links between Indus script and Tamil Brahmi script. So they are trying to find the links. In 2019, excavations carried at Kezadi site in Tamil Nadu's Shivaganga district revealed graffiti which is similar to that. So we have some links, but how far it is actually true, we are still trying to figuring out and finding the links. Stay tuned. We'll catch you soon in the next section. Welcome to this section on the Indus Valley Civilization town planning. So the town planning, they were known for their extensive urban outlook. They had a sophisticated sense of town planning. Indus Valley is known for its town planning. The civilization, I mean. Most cities of the Indus Valley civilization were divided into two parts. One is the smaller part, the other one is the higher part. The higher part is on the western side of the city known as the citadel. See here. It is also known as Acropolis. Acropolis means higher city, higher elevated city. Large in size, but shorter parts on the eastern side. So eastern side we have the shorter region. These are called as lower towns. So every Indus Valley city generally is divided into the western and eastern cities. So western and eastern, this is the higher part, this is the lower part. Here we have citadel, here we have lower towns. Like this, the city has been divided. It is believed that the citadel was possibly occupied by the members of the ruling class, as the buildings were of prominence, such as Great Bath in Mohenjodaro are located in the citadel only. Because of the location of the Great Bath, you can see here, this is the Great Bath where the different ways they come in. They take special bath during on special occasions, a kind of religious ritual, you can say. The lower towns had common residential buildings which is inhabited by the common people. So basically the city has two divisions, citadel and the lower town. Why we are assuming that citadels are the places where the elite lived? Because on the prominence of the buildings which are found in those regions. Now if you see here, they used the burnt bricks. That was very common in the construction of the houses. The houses in the cities were found in the form of grid system, the grids. So they had this grid system. So in the grid system they used to build. So the roads are like this. So you will have the houses here. There were opposite right angle lanes and all. So houses were often two-storied, two stores, 1, 2. Each house has its own courtyard, a window, a bathroom, while even some of them had their own wells, which means that they are well established, well constructed, and no window faced to the streets, because there is a big wall here and the courtyard is here. No woman working in the house can be visible towards outside people. Like that the setup has been made. They also had roads cutting across each other at right angles. So the roads are always like this. So the cut each other. So the right angle will be formed here. And the drainage system, see the closed drainage system they had during that period. And they used to made it up with mortar, lime and gypsum, slightly sloped, had manholes at regular intervals for cleaning purposes. They had a well planned drainage system during that period only. And also granaries have been discovered at the sites. Granaries means the storehouses, store their grains. The sites are like Dolavira, Lothal. Entire settlement was fortified. Sections within the town were also separated by walls. So you can see there is a complete cover of that region. So no floods, nothing can come. Chanudaro, the only Indus Valley city without a citadel, that is the unique place. And the inhabitants were also known to have pioneered irrigation and water harvesting techniques during that period. So the Indus Valley civilization people can be easily called the best engineers of their times. Looking at the houses, the house, the house had 2 stories. Then the roads, the well planned roads, the drainage system, and then they had the best uh, walls constructed on the house. There is a no window that is giving open towards the main door, and they had well planned water supply, knowledge about the water harvesting techniques. This all makes them to be as called as the best engineers of their times during that period. Stay tuned. We'll catch you in the next section. Welcome to this section on the decline of Indus Valley Civilization. The decline of the Indus Valley Civilization, we are going to see today. The civilization got declined around 1800 BCE, but the actual reasons behind its demise are still to be debated. So we don't know exactly what happened to the civilization, the great civilization during that period. Let me put forward some of the theories which are in acceptance or which are mostly proposed. One theory is Aryan invasion theory. So according to this Aryan invasion theory, Aryans invaded the Harappan territory, led to the destruction of the Indus Valley. That is one theory that is known as famously Aryan invasion theory. Second theory is epidemic theory. So there is some uncontrollable epidemic that has been spread in these cities. Might be that is the reason for the destruction. Then we have a natural disaster theory. Large scale earthquake, flood, droughts would have hit anyone, either one of them or all together, cause the destruction of the Indus Valley. Last one, or the fourth one, less rainfall leading to droughts. So the same thing, the natural disasters only we are discussing. It can be the climate change could be one reason, less rainfall, less water supply, change of the course of the river. These are not theories, but could be some of the reasons. So the river Gagar and Hakra river led towards increased aridity and led to the destruction. Though India and the world marvel at the wonders of the Indus Valley civilization, yet this culture also could not defeat the law of nature and thus slowly declined due to the combination of man-made and natural factors, which ultimately led to the rise of early Vedic tradition in India. So there could be various reasons, because these all are proposed theories or could be factors. We actually don't know what happened during that period. Maybe the Aryan invasion theory is correct, may not be. Epidemic may not be, maybe. Natural disasters could be. So we exactly don't know what happened during that period, why this civilization has got destructed. And some of the findings what we have relevant to this civilization right now is that a recent study made by the Deccan College in Pune, Kota Badli archaeological site, this is in Gujarat present day, shows a dairy products being produced by Harappans as early as 2500 years. So these are the contemporary evidences. Now we are able to figure out some. A study published on the journal Archaeological Science shows that inhabitants consumed the meat products of animals like pigs, buffaloes, goats, and cultivation of crops. So they had non-vegetarian during that period. And a recent publication proves some crucial evidences that ancestral Dravidian languages were possibly spoken by significant population in the Indus Valley Civilization. These are few of the contemporary findings regarding the Indus Valley Civilization. So it's really fun, and hopefully you have enjoyed the journey of this course. Thank you very much for subscribing for the course. We will make more interesting historical concepts, civilizations, the movements that changed the world, that shook the world. So, thank you very much once again. We'll see you soon in other course. Bye bye.